Hi everyone, Happy New Year's. My name is Paige Sochovka. I'm an IBCLC lactation consultant working with Jan's Medical Supply. Today we have a fun hot topic that's relevant for later on. Let's talk about drinking and breastfeeding. What are the guidelines, how to do it safely? So the amount of alcohol that is transferred from your blood to your milk to your baby is very, very minute. What is it? The phrase that we used to say, it's like throwing a shot in a pool. It is very low compared to the rest of the volume. So the chances of it affecting baby negatively is incredibly small. But the biggest thing here to keep in mind is safety for baby. So we generally say if you are not safe to drive, you are past the legal driving limit, it's best to have somebody else care for baby and you not handle baby and not breastfeed at that time. So you are not responsible for baby. If you drink more than a couple drinks, if you feel tipsy that you should not drive, you should also not breastfeed. And that is not because there is alcohol in your breast milk, it's that you might be neurologically impaired from the alcohol and it's unsafe to handle baby at that time. Now, if you have a heavy drinking night where, it's New Year's Eve, maybe you had, more than moderate and you're more than a little tipsy, definitely that would be a time where you should not be breastfeeding. Now, we're not going to recommend that you pump and dump your milk. That is an outdated practice. We know that you can't pump the alcohol out of your milk, but if you miss a feeding in the time period that you have been drinking and you still are feeling the effects, then instead of missing a feeding, you should pump so you can keep up your supply. But if you had just a couple glasses of wine moderately and you don't feel any neurological impairments, you're likely safe to feed baby. Now, if you want to be very by the book, have a rule of thumb to keep in mind, they recommend to wait at least 2 hours after a drink before breastfeeding. But the biggest thing is if you feel the neurological effects from the alcohol. When you no longer feel the effects of the alcohol that you have came down after that and your blood alcohol levels return to normal, that will be a safe time to return to breastfeeding as normal when you feel fine and no longer under the effects. Short story, if you're not safe to drive, you're not safe to feed baby. When you are safe to drive again and no longer feel the effects of alcohol, you're also safe to feed baby again. And you don't have to pump and dump because it's not going to pull alcohol out of your milk, but if you miss a feeding, good idea to pump to maintain your supply. Hopefully that explains it pretty easily for you. Cheers to the New Year's. Bye.